have been vaccinated. And we are ready to welcome the new academic year.
And hello and good afternoon, all of you in Eon's universe. Hey, and this afternoon it's me again, Mr. Gabe. What happened with my hair? Maybe because of some electromagnetic discharge. I need to fix it. Okay, today, exactly like my first word in this lesson, we're going to be learning about what happened. Now, when we learn about what happened, we should know about some of the basic foundation. That means we will be talking about past tenses. Now, there are several tenses that we use to talk about things or events that happened in the past. We start with the simple one, what is known as the past simple. And then the second one we known as the past continuous. And then the last one is past perfect. Of course, there's also combinations like past perfect continuous, etc. But today we will be learning about the difference between past simple and also past continuous and how to use them in the sentence. Okay, let's go without any further ado. I'm going to share you the materials for today. Here we go. Well, there you go. You can see it on your screen. Let me just minimize this thing. We will be talking about what happened, and exactly just like what it says. When we talk about what happened, we talk about things. Awesome. Oh, wait a minute. I think we need to resize it optimally. Hold on. This one, I guess, is quite clear. Nah. Let me reshare this again with you. There you go. What happened? All right. So in our life, we get to see all kinds of things, all kinds of events. And these are all the things that happens to us every day. Yeah. So let's go and let's watch this one. Okay, what happened? Our goal today is to understand and describe the past experience. The grammar that we'll be learning is the past simple and also the past continuous. As you can see, past continuous and past simple are some of the most confusing use of past simple. A lot of people ask me, like, Mr. Gabe, how do I use past continuous and past simple in one sentence? Lots of them don't know that they can be used in one simple sentence really nicely. And I'm going to show you this. Okay. First of all, we are going to choose the correct alternatives. Yeah. As you can see here, we got this exercises from 1 to 9. Yeah. This use the word annoyed and annoying, but before that, let's find out about the vocabulary. Okay. Look at the photo and please discuss this question. What do you think is happening in each photo and how do you think the people are feeling? Which of the adjectives in the box would you use to describe them? Okay, well, let me just minimize the pictures that we can see all of them. So that means we have picture A, B, C, and D, and E. Yeah, this one A, this one B, this one C, this one D, and this one, oh, wait, this one D, sorry, and this one E. I think in picture A, you can kind of see what happened. The guy is probably angry and he's really furious because he got a parking ticket. Now, we rarely get parking tickets here in Indonesia because our parking system is kind of messed up. But if you go abroad, yeah, every time you stop your car in a parking space or in a parking lot, then it will be timed. Yeah, it will be timed. You will have to park there only for a specific time, and you have to pay for how long you're gonna park there. Now, if you park more than you pay, then you get a parking ticket. It's usually a fine, yeah, A fine is like a money you have to pay because you're doing mistakes. And this guy, check this out. He got a parking ticket here, the white one, and he also got a flyer. That's the yellow one. So he's probably angry because one, he got a flyer, and two, he also got the parking tickets. Now, between the two, which one is the most expensive? I'm pretty sure it's the parking ticket. Now, parking tickets abroad is very expensive. So I think the guy is probably which one? Is he amazed? Is he annoyed? Is he disappointed? Is he embarrassed? Frightened, relaxed, surprised, tired, or worried? Now I'm gonna go with annoyed. Yeah, this guy is definitely annoyed. He's probably like, "Hey, I only parked for 5 minutes. I got this parking tickets for 10 minutes. What's wrong? What's wrong?" Yep. Well, there you go. Picture B. We see this lady. She's in a. I'm not really sure what this is. This might be a tram. This might also be a subway. I'm gonna go with subway. It kind of looks like a subway, although not the usual subway that I know because it's facing that side. So it's probably either a tram or a subway. Now, as you can see, she's probably went back home from work, and she's probably feeling tired. Look at the eye. Look at her eye. Let me just zoom it out. She's yes, she looks exhausted. She's probably been working all day long, right? And she'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna go home, have myself some chocolate, and then go to bed. So, yep, picture B is tired. Now, picture C. Hold on. There. Wow. The girl. There are two ladies here, and they are very happy. The one with the brown, sorry, gray suit. She's shaking the hands of the other lady with the, I think it's a black blazer or something. Yes, and I think I'm pretty sure both of them happy. Let's see. I think both of them amazed. I don't know, amazed, annoyed, disappointed, embarrassed, frightened, relaxed, surprised, tired, worried. I can say that she's probably amazed. Like, wow, congratulations, you made it. I know that's just the scenario in my head. I made that conversation just up now. I think that she's probably congratulates her for I don't know being a new boss or something, or just bought the whole land for the corporation. But I don't know. She looks amazed, like wow, congratulations. Right, there you go. That's picture C. Now picture D. This guy is cooking. That's simple. I think he's making a pasta or a stew, something like that. And at home he felt relaxed. Yeah. There you go. We got relaxed here. So the guy in the picture is, yep, I'm pretty sure that the guy is relaxed. Now, the second one, the lady with the phone, that's E here. She's like trying to call someone, and as you can see on her face, the expression is pretty clear. She's worried about something. She's like probably thinking about two things. Either something happened to her family or her friends, or she's probably wondering like who can pick me up in this dead of a night, right? We used to remember when we travel to another city, and then we arrive in Jogja like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock. I've once arrived in Yogyakarta like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I was like, who should pick me up? Then who should pick me up? I'm in the airport. Like back then, we gotta call our family so that someone can pick us up. But nowadays, like you can just have a ride hailing app, right? And then you can just go and call an online taxi and stuff. That's just amazing. That leaves you nothing to worry about, like E. Right. So we got all of them here. Now let's go to exercise 2. Read the comments below and match them with 3 of the photos. Okay. So we're gonna match them with 3 of these 5 photos here. Yeah. Number 1. The other day, I met an old friend for the first time in years. It was such a surprising meeting. We were amazed and excited to see each other again. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's picture C, yeah? Like, both look amazed, both looks happy, both look surprised. Like, Oh my God, I haven't seen you in years. How are you? So yeah, that's picture C. Number two, yesterday was really annoying day. I borrowed my wife's car and got a parking ticket. She was very annoyed with me. Yep, that's picture A. The guy got a parking ticket and the wife owns the car. So now it's a double trouble. That means this guy, he's gotta be, the wife's gotta be angry with him. Plus, he still have to pay parking tickets now. There you go. That's a double whammy for you. You should probably be careful next time. Yeah. Number three, I love cooking. I find it very relaxing after a long and stressful day at work. I don't like shopping for food though. It's so tiring. Yay! That's the guy in D. He really loves cooking. He said that cooking helps him from a long and an arduous, tiring day at work. But he hates shopping for food. Ugh. Man, if you love cooking, you'll love the experience of shopping for food. You get to choose your own fine materials. Why do you dislike it? Anyway, that's probably true. Some people probably dislike shopping for food, but they like cooking. Some people actually hate cooking. Some people actually hate shopping. They just love to eat the food. Yeah, I probably belong in any of those three. Yeah, probably all of them, or probably just one. All of them. Right. Let's go and look at the words in bold in exercise 2A. When do we use adjectives ending in it or ing? For example, tired or tiring, amazed or amazing. Hmm. When, yeah? It was such a surprising meeting. We were amazed. Yesterday was a really annoying day. I borrowed my wife's car. She was very annoyed with me. Hmm. I find it very relaxing after a long and stressful days at work. I don't like shopping for food though. It's so tiring. Oh, I guess we can kind of come up with this. The ing suffix, yeah, in each word, like for example, tiring, and also amazing, is for adjectives. So we can put them in front of a noun to create a degree or to get a characteristic of how that noun is. For example, it was such a surprising meeting. That means the meeting is surprising for the lady, for the woman, that she was never think about this before, never thought about this meeting, but hey, the meeting happens. So that's why she's surprised. And as for it, I think that can also apply for adjective, but let's find out. We were amazed. She was very annoyed with me. So now we know. We only use this form at suffix when we have the verb in front of it. For example, take a look. We were amazed. See that? Amazed. We got were before it. Were is the past simple form of to be, right? Especially if the subject is plural. And then annoyed, like she was very annoyed, yeah. You can see that there's she and was. Was itself is a verb in the form of past simple, and especially for singular subjects like she, he, and it. So now you know we use ing to describe adjectives before a noun, and then we use it is also another adjective, but it's usually coming out after a verb. Wow, that's one to remember. Yeah. With that in mind, we can do this exercise. Okay, let's go and work on exercise 3. Choose the correct alternatives. Right. Number 1, I get very annoyed or annoying when people are late for meetings. Hmm. Well, we have to think about it first, right? Let's read the sentence. I get very annoyed or annoying when people are late for meetings. We have a noun here, but the noun is meeting. So this annoyed or noun or annoying, they're not in front of the word meetings like exactly per se, but there's some words like when people are late. So we cannot use annoying. I think It's annoyed, especially we got a verb get. For example, I get very annoyed when people are late for me. Now you know. So number one is annoyed. Okay. Let me try to annotate that. Here we go. There. Number one is annoyed. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Let's see. There you go. That's the answer. Annoyed. Number two. Last year, I spent 3 months traveling around South America. What an amazing experience. Now, we can see that there is a noun, experience. So this gotta be amazing experience. Okay? After number one is annoyed, now this one is amazing experience. Number three, my parents get very worried or worrying when I don't come home on time. We got get here after the subjects my parents. So of course we're gonna go with worried. Number four, the first time I met my boyfriend's parents, I dropped my tea on the floor. It was so embarrassed or embarrassing. Okay, it was so embarrassing. Yeah, that was the option. That was the answer. It was so embarrassing. Number five, I don't like watching horror films on my own. They are too frightened or frightening. I think horror film cannot, we cannot use frightened, yeah, we use frightening. Number six, my sister was so disappointed or disappointing when she didn't pass her driving test. Clearly, we got was, so it's gotta be disappointed. Next one, number seven. My brother is traveling abroad, and we haven't heard from him for weeks. It's very worrying. Nah, we gotta use worrying here. It's very worrying. Number eight, after a few days on holiday, I feel so relaxed. Yeah, we have the verb feel, so we use relaxed. Number eight, I hate getting up early every day. It's very tired or tiring. Tiring. There you go. These are all the answers to exercise 3. You can screenshot them and save it for your memory so you can revisit it later and study it. There you go. Please go ahead. Screen save it. I'll be waiting. All right. I guess that's enough time for you to screen save stuffs. Let me erase this. And we can move on to our next material. Yeah. All right. Next material. Work in pairs. Oh, yeah, sorry. Number 9. Oh, yeah, already we did it. Number 4, sorry. Work in pairs. Answer the questions using adjectives and exercise 1 and 2. Whew. Now we're gonna answer this ourselves. Yeah, I'm going to use my what do you call it? My own perspective on this. So the answer might be different with your answer, but still, I hope you get the idea, especially with the what do you call it, with the grammar. Yeah, we learn how to use the ut or the in here. Right. I think we can look at this some of these examples here. Okay. Number 1, how do you feel when you miss a bus or a train? When I miss a bus or a train, it happens before, I feel annoyed, of course. I feel annoyed and I feel very bad. I've once missed a train from Solo to Jogja and I had to wait for another hour. But that's not the worst. I've had worst. Um, it was a train from Amsterdam to Paris, and it leaves once every 4 hours, right? So I bought a ticket to the train, right? I was running on the station, trying to go as fast as I can, and then get on the escalator. Right when my left, I think my left foot steps on the platform, the train leaves. Like I can see it's moving and just went away. And I was like, oh God, that was my train. But luckily with the Europe train system, you just need to buy the ticket once, and then you can take it any which train you like. So you don't have to go with the same train, but as long as you have an empty seat, you can take it. So luckily there is another train to Paris in the next 4 hours, but then that means I have to spend 4 hours in the station doing exactly nothing. So yeah, I decided to just walk out from the station, just go and have some sightseeing, like 3 hours sightseeing tour in Amsterdam, and then I get back again, and there you go, that was a train. I did the same thing as well. I missed the bus when I was in, when I was, I think it was in Shinjuku or something, and the bus was going from Tokyo to Osaka. I actually missed the bus at 11 o'clock and have to pay extra money so that I can get on the 11 o'clock bus. And it was not cheap, guys. Oh, so make sure you never miss a bus or train, let alone a flight. Yeah. Luckily, I've never missed a flight. Yeah, I think I'll never miss a flight before. Pretty sure about that. Hopefully that never happens. Yeah. Yeah. Number two, what do you think about people who talk very loudly on the train? I will feel a bit annoyed actually uh, at people talking very loudly on the train. I mean, talking is okay, but when they talk too loud and they start to disturb other people, that's when I draw the line. That's when I say, oh, no, 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 maybe you need to be quiet. But you have to be careful. Yeah. Sometimes they're drunk people. So if you try to reason with them, you might get, a punch in the face because they're not going to reason with you because they're drunk, right? So yeah, I will feel annoyed if I have a people who talk a lot on the train. Number three, how do you feel when you're on holiday? Honestly, I feel relaxed. I feel nice. Uh, some other experience that I'm, not really into it is it might get really stressful, right? Holiday can be relaxing when you already get to the destination, but on the way to the destination, it's one stressful ride. And when you're already on the destination, you need to go to another destination. That's another stressful ride sometimes because you have to coordinate everything. You have to buy tickets. You have to make sure that you don't miss the train or the flight or the bus, whatever it is that you need to get to the next destination. And you don't want to get on the wrong stop because that will just ruin your day. Even though you have probably a next bus coming up in the next 10 or 12 minutes and then take you to the correct ones. Because that happens to me. That happens to me, right? That I went off on the wrong one, on the wrong stop. So had to walk a bit further away, and I don't even speak the language, so ooh, was very nerve-wracking. But hey, overall, on holiday you feel relaxed. How would you describe a recent film you saw? A recent film that I saw. Last film, or the recent film that I saw. I mean, in the cinema, yeah, okay, because like at home I watch a lot of movies. But in the cinema, I just saw the new Doctor Strange movie. A lot of people are disappointed with that film because they were expecting huge magic fight, lots of characters will show up. They think that like it's the second edition of Avengers Endgame. Not with me, man. I actually feel um relaxed when I watch it. Yeah, I actually feel satisfied. It's a small movie. I think it's not really that big of a movie. It's not really that bombastic, and it's just what do you call it? Mature love theme of a movie, rather than just a magical war with with all these computer graphic effects. Now it's a nice little movie about understanding what love really means. A lot of people are frightened too because The film is leaning into horror theme rather than the action science fiction superhero flick it is supposed to be. It is leaning into horror. There's a lot of jump scare and a lot of people are like screaming because of how scary it is. It is probably scary, but I was enjoying it, so I don't get scared. I don't get frightened at all. Right. Number five. How do you feel when you go to an interview? Well, it depends what kind of interview. We will most of the time feel nervous. I would sometimes feel worried, whether I'm gonna, do the interview well or not, whether I'm gonna pass the interview or not, how people will judge me once they see the interview or once they interviewed me. But I was also at the many times, many times I was also at the other end of an interview. So rather than just got interviewed, I interview the person or I interview other people back. And by interviewing other people, it helped me how to to learn to relax, learn to get your points straight, get your expression correct. I guess that's the benefit of of also being an interviewer rather than just getting interviewed all the time. You now know how to say it, what to say, and you can manage time really well. Right. Number six. How would you describe the problem of extreme weather? Now, a lot of people think that extreme weather is all about hurricanes and floodings, rain, tornadoes, but drought, right? Drought and forest fire is actually also an extreme weather. Now, a lot of people think that extreme weather has something to do with storm and rain and destruction, but there are also one extreme weather that I don't really like, and it's like probably what we have right now. Yeah, it's the hot, humid air. The air nowadays it's not hot as because it is dry like it's usually. We in Indonesia usually have a dry, hot season because the wind blows through the desert of Australia and all the way to Jakarta. So that's why we got it dry and hot climate. But no, now we have hot and humid air. So I think this is probably coming from the sea. It's probably from the western part of our country, probably around India, Maldives, and Sri Lanka and stuff. And this one is the hot, humid air. By humid, I mean look at the moisture. Yeah? If you do this in the sky or in the air, you will feel some water in your hand. So that's humidity. Number seven, how do you feel when you receive a terrible gift? I'll keep it anyway. I'll keep it, and I'm just gonna put it on the shelves so that people can see that all the gifts that I accept that I got, it's all on display. Whether it's a cool one, it's a terrible one, it's a horrendous one. I put them all on the shelves so that people can see. And when people ask who gave that, I'm gonna answer that. So if people try to prank me with some terrible gift, that's okay. But just make sure that if people ask what's the gift from, I can simply answer, oh, it's from you, or it's from this person. Yeah, a little bit. Number eight, why wouldn't you ask someone how old they are? Probably because one, it's not polite, it's impolite. And two, I don't really believe that age has anything to do with anything, really. Well, there's one. For example, if you want to consume alcoholic beverage, then you need to have standard age, right? You need to have like a minimum age where you want to do that. Just like also you can go, um, doing something that, for example, not how can you say it? That is not allowed yet for your age. So yeah, that's also possible. You know. Yeah, I mean like driving. I'm thinking about like driving motor motorcycle or a car. Kids shouldn't be driving those things. That's just dangerous. So yeah, there you go. That's how I feel. Right. Okay, so we've got all of this. So now let's go to the next page. All right, we got the next page, guys. There we go. Oh, there's a picture of F. I think she's probably feel amazed there. She's looking at this thing. Do you guys know what that is in picture F? I just realized that there's a picture F here. Picture F. I think she's in. That's Mexico for sure. That's Mexico. That is the castle complex of. I'm not sure if it's Teotihuacan or I think it's Teotihuacan, and you can see behind it there's this huge thing. This is probably the giant pyramid El Castillo. Yeah, I think that's probably it. All right, we're gonna be listening to three stories. We're gonna match speaker 1 to 3 with the topics A to C. We have a funny incident, we have an annoying day, and we also have a surprising meeting. So let's find out which stories we're gonna hear and which speakers. That's also the story. So let me just share the story with you. I think this one. Let's go.
Unit 2. Recording 1. 1.
My best friend at school was called Andy. When we finished school, we went to different universities to study. After university, we both went abroad to work, and we didn't keep in touch. Then last week, I was visiting my hometown street and thinking about.
Hold on, let me share it once again, yeah? Okay, done. Let me play that once again.
Unit 2. Recording 1. 1.
My best friend at school was called Andy. When we finished school, we went to different universities to study. After university, we both went abroad to work, and we didn't keep in touch. Then last week, I was visiting my hometown for a few days. One afternoon, I was walking along the high street and thinking about Andy. I was wondering where he was and what he was doing. I decided to stop for a coffee in one of the cafes on the high street. Just as I was going into the cafe on the high street, a man came out. It was Andy. We were both amazed.
2.
Do you ever have days when everything goes wrong? Last year, I had an interview for a new job. I didn't want to be late, so I got up very early. While I was walking to the train station, I suddenly remembered I didn't have my phone. I had to go back home and get it. When I got to the station, my train was just leaving. I was so annoyed. I had to wait for the next train. Finally, I got to the office where I was going to have the interview. I was running up the steps to the main door when I fell over and dropped my bag. My things went everywhere. It was one of the most stressful days of my life. Oh, and I didn't get the job.
3.
I was working late at the office one night as I needed to finish a report for my boss. I was just shutting down my computer when I heard a noise. I was alone in the office by that time, so I felt rather worried. I decided to call the security guard. While I was waiting for him to come, I saw something move near the wall. By now, I was really frightened. Then I saw it. It was just a cat. Maybe it got in through the open window. It was so funny, I laughed out loud.
Okay. Okay, I think we've listened to that enough. Let's go back to the book. So, a funny incident, that's got to be speakers 3. An annoying day, that's got to be the speakers 2. and a surprising meeting is the speaker one. In the surprising meeting, the speaker one gets to reunite with his long lost friend. I don't know how to say it, long lost. It's the one friend that we never met before for a long time, and suddenly we met him. It was Andy or something, and it was really surprising. In the the second speaker talks about an annoying day. It's a day where she has to travel to somewhere with the train, but she forgot her card or her wallet or her phone or something, and then she needs to retrieve it. And once she returned to the station, the train left. Just like my story. Wow. And then the third one is a funny incident, something that happens unexpected, but it turns out funny. Now, there you go. Now, let's go to listen to it once again. Should we listen to it once again? Maybe yes. Why not, right? I mean, yeah. Let's just do that again. Oh, I'm gonna open the application. Let's see if we can have it here. Oh, okay. Now let me just reshare to you the audio.
Unit 2. Recording 1.
Oh, sorry, this one.
Unit 2. Recording 2. 1.
While he was visiting his hometown, he met an old friend.
2.
While he was walking to the station, it started to rain.
Oh, the wrong one. Sorry. This is the
While she was waiting, she saw
Unit 2. Recording 1. 1.
My best friend at school was called Andy. When we finished school, we went to different universities to study. After university, we both went abroad to work, and we didn't keep in touch. Then last week, I was visiting my hometown for a few days. One afternoon, I was walking along the high street and thinking about Andy. I was wondering where he was and what he was doing. I decided to stop for a coffee in one of the cafes on the high street. Just as I was going into the cafe on the high street, a man came out. It was Andy. We were both amazed.
2.
Do you ever have days when everything goes wrong? Last year, I had an interview for a new job. I didn't want to be late, so I got up very early. While I was walking to the train station, I suddenly remembered I didn't have my phone. I had to go back home and get it. When I got to the station, my train was just leaving. I was so annoyed. I had to wait for the next train. Finally, I got to the office where I was going to have the interview. I was running up the steps to the main door when I fell over and dropped my bag. My things went everywhere. It was one of the most stressful days of my life. Oh, and I didn't get the job.
3.
I was working late at the office one night as I needed to finish a report for my boss. I was just shutting down my computer when I heard a noise. I was alone in the office by that time, so I felt rather worried. I decided to call the security guard. While I was waiting for him to come, I saw something move near the wall. By now, I was really frightened. Then I saw it. It was just a cat. Maybe it got in through the open window. It was so funny, I laughed out loud.
yeah.
Unit 2. Recording 2.
Wait. No. Need to pause that. The guy probably don't even realize that the cat that he was laughing at is probably not even a cat. Probably a demon cat, you know? No, it's just joking. Of course not. Okay, speaker one was visiting his old university. No, it's wrong. It's false. He was visiting his old school town. Yeah. Number two, he was going to a cafe when he met his old friend. Yes. No. He was going to cross the street when he met his old friend. Number three, while speaker two was walking to the station, She remembered she didn't have her phone. True. That's why she was late. When she got to the station, her train was just arriving. False. The train was just leaving. Number 5. Speaker 3 was leaving the office when she heard noise. Why is speaker 3 a she? It's a he, right? It's a he. And yeah, he heard a noise. Number 6. While she was waiting for the security guard, she saw a cat. Yeah, he actually, he saw a cat. It's not she. How is it become a she here? Okay, this is the one that I talked to you about a few minutes ago. We talk about the difference between the past simple and past continuous. Actually, we can use both past simple and past continuous in one sentence when we want to talk about actions that happens in the past in chronological order. So let's take a look at one by one the function of this one. Take a look. This one is, we use past simple to talk about completed actions and event in the past. So if it's in the past and it's done deal, we use past simple. Last year, I had an interview for a new job. I had, okay, that's past simple. Now we use past continuous to talk about an action or situation in progress around a time in the past. That means the event is still ongoing. It's not finished yet. Difference with the one, it's very different with the one of past simple, where the action has stopped and completely finished. Okay. One afternoon, I was walking along the street. Now we can also use past continuous to describe the background of a story. I was working late at the office one night. Okay. Now we use the past continuous and past simple together with when and while to talk about interrupted actions. Interrupted actions means something happens while another event was happening in the past. Yeah? We use while or when past continuous, and then when plus past simple. For example, while I was walking through the old town, I suddenly realized I was late. She was just leaving when she heard the noise. Okay, so the formula for past simple is that easy. It's just subject plus verb to, the second form of verb, whereas the past continuous formula is subject plus verb to, yeah, don't forget the verb to be. So the to be, we change it into a second form, into a was or were, and then don't forget to add the verb ing after that. So subject, and then past form of to be, was and were, and then verb ing. Only 3 of them. I was watching TV when my cat arrived. Okay, that means I want to tell a story where I was watching TV as the background setting, and then my cat arrived as the main event. We were talking about James when James called me. Yeah, we were talking about James. That's an event that's still happening in the past, but got interrupted when James called. So there you go. Now you know the use. Yeah, we use the past continuous as a background of an event, and then past story is when it's got interrupted. President Kennedy was visiting Dallas when he got shot. Now that's when he got shot. Now that's past simple. Yeah. Okay, that's the use of it. Yeah. Listen and notice the pronunciation of was. Is it strong or weak? While he was visiting his hometown, he met an old friend. Now, when we use past continuous, the was and the were, we use it soft. Okay, but if that event is the past simple, is the main event, we emphasize it. For example, again, listen. While he was visiting his hometown, he met an old friend. Notice that I put stress on the word met. While he was visiting his old town, and compared to this one, rather than I read it like while he was visiting, I read it like while he was visiting his hometown, he met an old friend. Again, while he was walking to the station, it started to rain. Okay. While she was waiting, she saw a cat. Okay. Again, the was is soft and it's almost unheard, but it's kind of like between the, for example, while he was visiting, there you go. You don't have to make it really clear. And I guess that's the great thing about English language is that you can make it clear what you mean just by putting the correct stresses. Okay, like you can say like everyone here loves a dog, right? Everyone here loves a dog. You can change the meaning of the word just by by changing the pressure or the stress of the word. For example, you can say everyone here loves dog, or everyone here loves dog. That's completely different, right? Okay, so let's go and do this exercise. I think this is gonna be our last one here. So number 8. Number 1. While I study at the university. Oh, so this got to be the background. We change it into a past continuous. While I was studying at university, there you go. This is the main event. I joined the drama society. I love the theater, and I really want, not was one thing, yeah, but I really want to act in a play because it's just one sentence and it's in a past simple. In my first year, I only had a small part, but I practiced for weeks. However, the day of my first performance was a disaster. While I was waiting to go on stage, I started to get nervous. When I finally got on stage, I have, well, you can hear, I forgot my words. Yeah, you can use I've forgotten, you can use I forgot my words. Can you imagine? I was standing on stage in front of a big audience. Everybody was waiting for me to speak, but I couldn't say a thing. I was so embarrassed. Well, this is what they call stage fright, right? If you got up on a stage with no preparation, sometimes you got shocked by how many audience are there and you just lost your word. I had a friend who experienced this. He was like a really good speaker when it was in the room. When suddenly he had to speak right in front of everyone, he just lost the word. He acted worse than a mumble rap. Yeah, it's stage fright, man. You had to accommodate yourself to be on the stage because it takes some practice, and the more practice you take, the better you get. Right, let's go and complete the sentences with your own ideas. My own idea is gonna be weird. Recently, I was sitting in the park of the garden, a cafe, when recently I did not sat in any of this place, but you know what? Because this is my own ideas, I'm gonna make it as crazy as I can. Recently, I was sitting in a cafe when some guys from circus stopped by the town. Recently, I was sitting in a cafe when a group of circus stopped by my town. Stopped there. Number 2, while I was walking or driving home the other night. Okay, I'm gonna go with driving. While I was driving home the other night, I saw what did I saw? I saw a new restaurant. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice. Okay, I'm trying to be easy. I could have said while I was walking home the other night, I thought of food that. No, I'm just gonna go with while I was driving home the other night, I saw a new restaurant. Yay! Number 3, my phone. I don't have a bell in my home. My phone rang while I was in the toilet, while I was in the bathroom. Number 4, I was having a cup of. Okay, I don't drink coffee. I'm gonna go with tea. I was having a cup of tea with my mom, okay, when I heard the news about flooding in some other city in Indonesia. That's just a long sentence. I was having a cup of tea with my mom when I heard a disaster news. Okay. Number 5, my car or my friend's car broke down. Okay, my friend's car broke down while we were driving on our way to Jakarta. It actually happened. Right. Last one. My friends or dinner guests. Okay, my friends arrived at my house while I was still sleeping. Okay, this happens a lot. Yeah, my friends arrived when I was still sleeping. Uh, I used to have, well, no, my wife, she was my girlfriend. She arrived at my home while I was still sleeping. I apparently forgot to pick her up, so she decided to pick me up. Wow, that's how great of a boyfriend I am. Not. All right, so we've learned about this. Yeah, the rest is just a speaking lesson. You can practice and do it at home. You can practice by combining and mixing these past simple and past continuous tenses to your own story, to your own experience, and just go crazy with it. Usually, we use past continuous for a background of a story. So now you can complete your story using a background and then tell about the main event. All right, that was it. Thank you very much for being here. I'm Mr. Gabe, and I'll see you again next time. See you all of you members of your universe. Have a nice day.
We
Iron